The NBA has seen continued growth on the world stage of sports. We now consistently have our MVP rankings be dominated by people from different countries, and with them, bringing loyal fans. All of this is to say, the NBA makes a lot of money. They have it coming from every direction imaginable. And when the league makes money, the players make money. Big names sign deals for over $200 million now. What do they even do with all that money? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Sit back and relax, folks. We're about to look at a bunch of wildly expensive purchases that I will never be able to afford. Starting off, we have an icon of the modern-day NBA, Steph Curry. The Golden State Warriors have relocated from Oakland to San Francisco. And with that level of change in location, a whole new world was unlocked for Steph. The world of crypto and NFTs. A venture so simple anyone can do it from their very own home, or mansion if you're Steph, or private jet, or an oceanside beach vacation. Okay, you get the point. The man is loaded and has a lot to spend in the virtual space. Curry took his investment straight to the top of the NFT world and got involved in the Bored Ape Yacht Club, one of the most highly valued NFTs out there. The legendary point guard acquired an incredibly rare ape for a whopping $180,000. Everyone is going to have their own opinions on NFTs, but you can't deny this ape is awesome. It's so cool the way it's wearing a quote-unquote tweed suit that only 1% of apes have. Okay, my tone might have given away my feelings towards them, but if you're a multi-millionaire like Steph Curry, $180K is nothing to you, so might as well go for it. Just like how Dwight Howard decided to go for it when it came to what kind of whip he drove. Most NBA players would fill their garage with sports cars after sports cars. Maybe throw in a luxury vehicle or two and you can call yourself a collector. But nothing compares to Howard's Knight XV truck that cost him $600 grand, with a V10 6.8-liter engine and just under 300 horsepower. This armored-looking vehicle has the secret inner workings of a car the other players would get. If you didn't understand any of that car talk about engine and horsepower, just know this. Dwight's truck weighs 13,000 pounds. The big man on the court needed as big a car as possible to match. Superman meets his super truck. What a beautiful relationship. Just like... Wait, Dwight, what are you still doing here? You're on this list back to back? Okay, let's see. The next big buy from Howard is described as Superman meets his super snakes? This is getting weird, Dwight. You have basically an armored monster truck, and then you spent over $100K setting up habitats for your exotic snakes? The big man was featured on the custom aquarium building show, Tanked, for his legless friends. The show helped him create a setup unlike any other, making it completely worth that six-figure sum to Dwight. The Hall of Fame center feels that most people have a misunderstanding on snakes, and he wants to help fix that view. But in an interview where he talks about that, the dude continues on to show his scar from when his 250-pound anaconda bit him. Dwight, just get back in your armored truck with the snakes and accept the supervillain persona you have created. One player that has gotten some villain status cast on him during his career is shooting guard James Harden, but the ball-hogging beard of the Rockets is long gone. Now he's grown more compassionate, most caring about people like his friends. Take for instance, when he met up with Lil Baby. It was the young rapper's birthday, so Harden knew he needed a gift. And what better way to show your friend you care than a luxury watch and Prada bag full of cash? Lil Baby opened the $300K bag and saw the $100K in cash, plus $200K watch. How could you say James Harden was a selfish player when he spends $600,000 on his friend's birthday? That's right, you can't. Just like Curry doesn't want to tell anyone about his Bored Ape pick anymore. It's okay, man. Stocks are stocks. They have their ups and downs. But this next stock, I think I'd go all in if I were a millionaire. But I'm not. Thankfully, Kevin Durant is. KD makes this video by investing in one of the fastest growing sports in the United States, pickleball. You know, that game that's sorta in between tennis and ping pong. It's like a mini tennis court with solid paddles and every retiree in your town plays in at the YMCA. Well, it turns out it's not just for the elderly. There is actually a professional league here in the States that has seen a lot of growth in popularity. KD is known to be a savvy investor and doesn't put down money towards everything. So when he bought a pro pickleball team for $1 million, I knew that was a good sign. As I mentioned though, I'm not a millionaire. All I could really do is invest in a Bored Ape pickleball NFT. Okay, Steph, I'm sorry, I'm done. Last one, I swear. Well, speaking of lasts, this next item might be the last shoes you ever owned. At $4 million, these will be your only shoes for the rest of your life, unless you're someone like Dwayne Wade. The Flash has designed and customized everything from his clothing to his own private yacht. And sometimes you gotta splurge. So Wade partnered with New York fashion designers and created the most expensive shoe in the world. That's not hyperbole. It's a $4 million pair of shoes. Made one of one, these size 15s are littered with diamonds and sapphires all around it, along with a solid 18-karat gold tag. They were dubbed the Fire Monkey to celebrate the Chinese New Year and the Year of the Monkey. The shoes were later auctioned off for charity. It's a shame Wade never wore something like that on the court. The Flash could have sparkled dunking on the league. But sometimes things happen off the league. Sometimes things even happen in a different league. LeBron James is no stranger to wealth after being a global sensation since he was in high school. So, in an attempt to make some more money and branch out of basketball, the King invested in soccer. More specifically, he bought ownership across the Atlantic in the Liverpool Football Club. He bought 2% ownership of the club for $6.5 million. Imagine spending that much money and being told, "Great, here's your 2% of the thing." At the same time, imagine spending $6.5 million for 2%, but now it's worth upwards of $43 million. You'd be quite satisfied with your tiny sliver of riches. That's what James has done. The basketball legend now gets to be a part of another team's journey in an entirely different country and sport. And maybe when LeBron needs to go watch his old football club, he can hop aboard ex-teammate Shaquille O'Neal's private yacht. The Big Diesel goes huge when it comes to vacation, now in his comfortable retirement. On average, he shells out $100 grand every month to go relax and enjoy the world. So it makes sense that he would buy a yacht like this to take him to all those exotic places, because the luxury boat costs $10 million. The massive frame holds everything you could possibly need. It has a dining area, a lounge with piano and cocktail tables, a pool with a bar on the Sunday, a sauna and spa. It's basically a freaking cruise ship. It can hold up to 40 people, which allows for plenty to hear DJ Diesel hit the turntables out at sea. And then when you want to get away from all the loud partying on Shaq's yacht, why don't you come on down to Florida and play a round of golf at Michael Jordan's golf course? Oh, sorry, did I mention it's private? Very few people actually get to join and be a part of the club. To be fair, MJ did spend $15 million on this course though. He should get to pick who can come play. One reason, obviously, is to compete against them. It doesn't matter if Jordan was competing for NBA championships or now retired and swinging a club. He was ready to win and will let you know. There's a famous moment now of him playing former President Bill Clinton in a round. The entire time, Jordan reportedly badgered and smack-talked the former President of the United States. He even started from the get-go making fun of Clinton for heading to the white tees instead of the championship level. Those are the kind of things you risk when you play at Grove 23. The expansive golf course is MJ's latest sanctuary, because back in North Carolina, he has a new neighbor that I'm not sure would be the most laid back. It's LaMelo Ball. Did you guess it? Did you see why I also said what I said? The former Big Baller Brand prodigy from Chino Hills has cemented himself as one of the upcoming young stars of the league. And with all that attention has come a lot of profitable deals. Deals from places such as Puma signed LaMelo onto their brand for a price tag of $100 million. Since then, Ball has gone crazy with all sorts of different grills, jewelry, and cars. But this purchase might have been a step too far. LaMelo dropped $10 million on a mansion in North Carolina, right next to MJ. Dude, the guy already owns the team you play for. You need to make sure you always stay that close to him? It's either a genius move or a complete mess up. Will Melo go knock on Jordan's door late at night and get great hidden gems of advice from the GOAT? Or is he going to throw massive parties and run Jordan away to Grove 23 for most of the year? I can't say for sure, but what I can say is, thank you all for sticking with me throughout this video. If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe and check out our other videos, such as our recount of high IQ moments in the NBA, linked here. Also, please let me know down below which snake you would buy and what your pro pickleball team name is. See you all next time.